Hey guys, it's Hara, and today I am going to be roasting the current historical dolls. I'm going to be rating them from worst to best. And before I even start, I just want to make a disclaimer that this is not based on anything that happened during that time period in all actuality. It's based on their stories and their collections and the doll itself. All respect goes out towards families that have experienced loss from any of the wars that occurred during these times, as well as the Great Depression and any other tragedies like Pearl Harbor or anything. And I'm not trying to poke fun of any of these situations, and I've also never read any of the books, so all this information is coming straight from the AG website. So I just wanted to let you know that before we got started. So just take this lightheartedly. It's not supposed to be like a big deal. Okay. Coming in and last, we have Samantha. I've never really been that interested in Samantha. I feel like she's boring. She's too generic. She's very OG. I respect that. She did grow up in New York City, which is sick. I kind of wish I did. Well, I want to live there, so yeah. And I really respect that she wants to speak about women's rights, but that's pretty much it for me. She doesn't really interest me that much. She's boring, so moving on. Next, we have Julie. I actually love Julie, but I feel like she's just not that special in terms of her story. She didn't face that much adversity, and they're also, I think, in 4th grade. I'm not sure. But her long blonde hair is iconic, of course, and I love the 70s. I like her vibe, but, like, she's not, like, she's just kind of there, like, meh. Next is Mary Ellen. She's cute. I like her outfit. The 50s are an interesting decade. Her story doesn't seem like it's that interesting. I obviously haven't read it, but, like, if I had to pick any of the stories, it definitely wouldn't be hers to read, so I think she kind of lacks character development, to be honest. Like, I read her little bio on American Girl's website, and I was just kind of like, did you guys really try, Look-wise, she's cute. I'm not crazy about the bangs. Like, she's definitely down there. Like, I'm not crazy about her. Next is Hoe Safina. Don't get me wrong. I know she's kind of low on the list, but she's honestly such a queen. I have to burp really bad, but it's, like, not coming. It's, like, taunting me, actually. Family is very important to her, as it is to me, and, she lost her mother, which I think that her story could be very helpful to young girls who may have experienced the same thing. I think that it's great that they, acknowledge that kind of thing. Her hair is beautiful and silky as well. I love that she comes with gold hoops. However, you can't take them out, which is kind of annoying. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but, like, she's overall a queen, plus I love her face mold. Next is Kitt, and the reason why she's at this spot is because of her time period. I think that the 30s is super interesting. The 20s and 30s are, like, the most interesting time periods to me for some reason. I don't really know why, because, like, why is the Great Depression fun to me? I don't know, but she has a cool story. I like that it highlights, like, a specific moment in history. Some of the other dolls are just like, oh, she's in the 60s. Oh, she's in the 50s. It's not like World War II or, like, whatever. She's also kind of boring. Like, she has chickens. That's, like, the coolest thing about her, I think. Well, the coolest thing about her is that she lived in the Great Depression, but I need to stop. I like her bob. It's cute. It was different at the time. Her old meat outfit was way better than it. The green dress. Disgusting. Next, we have Nanea. A queen. She introduced a new face mold, so we literally, like, we have to acknowledge her for that. We have to applaud her. We see you. And she's a gorgeous doll. I think that her story is cool because it talks about a specific moment in history, like I mentioned before. The bombing of Pearl Harbor, which happened the day before my mom's birthday. What year did it happen? I need to look it up now. There it is. Sorry. I'm really sorry if you hate burps. 1941. I knew it was in the 40s. No, I didn't. I did, but, like, in the back of my mind. Her collection's cool. So, next we have Rebecca. Rebecca is an OG. She's super pretty. She lives in New York City and is a first-generation American, and I am a first-generation American on my dad's side, so we have that in common, and I'm kind of biased towards people who live in New York City. The dolls. She's an aspiring actress, which I could admire, and yeah, she's cool. She's mostly here because she's a New York City gal and a first-generation American, and she's pretty. So, like, technically she's not that cool, but to me, she's very gorgeous to me, so. Next up, we have Kaya. She's not only a gorgeous doll, but I love her culture. It's very fascinating and interesting to me, and I would love to learn more about it, so maybe I will read her books. She cares a lot for the natural world and for being thankful, which we admire here, and she overcomes a lot of adversity, like not like Julie, who can't play basketball because she's a girl, which is a problem, don't get me wrong, but like Kai is out here actually facing real world problems, so. But it was also like completely different time periods. But American Girl researched Kaya for more than 5 years, which is amazing, and it shows they definitely tried to replicate kind of her culture, and I think they did it pretty well. And overall, she's an icon. There's really no arguing with it. Coming in second, we have Addie. Such a beautiful doll. I have her. She is an icon. She's you can't go wrong with getting an Addie doll. She's easily one of my favorites. Her hair is absolutely beautiful. Her story is very important. A family who has firsthand experience with slavery, lives on a plantation, and she escapes slavery, and she recognizes all the prejudice that happened and still happens in the world. You can read her story, and it still applies to kind of what's happening today. Maybe not slavery so much, but like prejudice. It's like still happening. So, Queen. Coming in first place, we have Melody. You know, I didn't think that I would be ranking Melody first when I first started planning this video because I don't know, I never really thought about Melody that much, but like she is an underrated queen, and I ranked them mostly on their stories, and I think that hers is super important, especially right now, and it's still relevant in today's times. So period. She's the best doll. She's so cute, has an amazing collection. She photographs so well, by the way. I don't have her, but all the pictures on Instagram, she looks beautiful. The 60s is one of my favorite decades. My parents were both born in the 60s, so it's really cool to me, and she's very gorgeous to me. I don't know why I need to stop. Civil rights are still a huge issue in America. The movement is still happening. Her story highlights that and calls for a change, just like we're still doing today. And the lessons from her story can still be used. So, like, you can't really go wrong with Melody. I adore her. So that was me ranking the current historical dolls. I didn't do all of them that have ever happened because there's too many, and these videos are hard to make, believe it or not, even though it's me talking on my webcam with my iPhone speaker. It's just like a lot to plan, and I actually have to like use my brain to think about where I'm gonna rank people. Why do I say people? They're dolls. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below to become part of the Fad Fam, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!